Hello and welcome. I'm Alex DeRoussel. I'm joined here by Mr. Dobson, social studies teacher here at MHS. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
So before we get into talking about your unique hobby, give you a few icebreakers to get you ready. So favorite flavor of ice cream?
Probably chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip. Do you have a favorite ice cream place or?
I mean, it's hard to go wrong with Raiders. UDF is pretty strong. Those are pretty safe.
Yeah. Chocolate chip is my personal favorite.
Yeah,
So
it's hard to go wrong.
yeah, exactly. Are you more cone or cup?
I like a cone. I'm a traditional cake cone kind of guy. I don't like the sugar cone as much.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
Kind of more of a cake cone guy. No waffle, none of that extra stuff. I don't need that.
Yeah. So, and then kind of second one here, what is your favorite animal? Like if you could be any animal or like.
Oh man, I like dogs. I've had a couple dogs. Our dog died last year. Sad, but I love dogs, and it's hard to go wrong with a good lab, good golden retriever.
Yeah.
Australian shepherds are strong, but I like dogs.
Yeah.
They're loyal.
Yep.
They're hardworking.
Man's best friend.
Yeah.
So. All right, so kind of getting into the episode here a little bit. You are cross country coach here at the high school. You also coach swimming, but something some students may or may not know about you is that you are an avid bike rider. So can you talk to me a little bit about how you got involved and what it kind of looks like for you?
Yeah, I've been biking forever. I got my first kind of race bike in like 8th grade. My parents thought I was crazy, but I spent a bunch of money on it, and they were just kind of incredulous. Why would you do that? But I've been into it forever. I did my first 100-miler when I was in 8th grade. I've bike races, college and high school, and I did a bunch in my 20s. I had a bad accident around 35 years old, so I took a little hiatus, had a shoulder separation and sling and bones, and so that was bad. But back at it, racing again, and I ride anywhere from 800 to 1,200 miles a month most of the year. I did 10,000 miles last year, and I'm on pace to be just a little under 10 this year.
Yeah.
For the year.
So what does that like look roughly average per day?
Usually about 30 or 40 miles a day. Some days I don't have time, get busy, life, swim meets, whatever.
Yeah.
I might only do 10 or 15 and just check the box because I like to try to ride every day if I can. Some days I can.
Yeah.
But then, like on the weekends, I'll do a long one of 70 or 80 miles usually, and kind of make up for some of that.
Yeah, and does that take, like, how, can you give me like a time frame?
Yeah, usually we're averaging between 17 to 19 miles an hour. Races are faster, obviously, and stuff. But so a 70-mile ride is going to take you 3 or 4 hours. 3 if you're really hauling, 4 standard.
Yeah.
If it's super hilly, a little longer.
And do you bike with a partner, alone, music, no music?
Yeah, I don't really do a lot of music just for the safety piece.
Yeah.
If I'm on the bike trail, I might do one earphone in, but just generally no music. I'd say out of my 10,000 miles, I ride about half of them alone, and about half of them I ride in groups. I'm on a team, local team here, and we race together and train together. We do training rides once a week in the spring and summer and fall, and then we do races together, and I've got a few other buddies that aren't racers that I ride with, and ride with my boys. Sometimes my boys like it, so I ride with them some.
So you mentioned you ride with your sons. Are they kind of bikers, or do they kind of have their other things?
They're definitely more swimmers than bikers. They run track and cross country, and they swim. They're mostly swimmers.
Yeah.
But they can hold their own. They're so fit, and strong and young. They can hold their own. I mean, if I go hard, I can drop them, but I try not to do that.
Yeah. Have you ever thought, or have your boys or you ever thought about, competing in triathlons just because, running, biking, and swimming?
I used to do a lot of triathlons, but I've had some health issues where running isn't really in the cards these days. So I used to do that. My swimming I'm okay. I was middle of the pack swimmer.
Yeah.
I would usually middle of the pack swimmer. I'd run okay, and then I would try to pass as many people as I could on the bike was my thing.
Yeah.
My boys, they kill the triathlons because they're good at all of them.
Yeah.
And they're much better runners than Dad ever was. So like my son did a triathlon this summer. It was like 1,000 people. I think he got like fourth or something.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. So kind of one final question. What is your favorite place to bike? Just anywhere in the world, if you could bike in one place, where would it be?
I've really enjoyed biking in Southern California. My family lived in San Diego for a long time, and so when I would fly out there to visit them, I'd usually rent a bike or score one from a neighbor or something and ride out there in the mountains and the foothills outside of San Diego, and they're just beautiful. I love it out there. There's a big mountain called Palomar Mountain. Been up that a bunch of times. The Tour of California goes right through there, and there's just some beautiful roads. I like it a lot. So that's a favorite place. I like Colorado. The mountains there are great. They're hard, but they're great.
Yeah, hiking up those mountains is difficult enough, so I can't imagine biking up that.
They're hard. One time I did Mount Evans, which is like one of the higher paved roads in America. It goes up to 14,000 feet on a paved road. So I went from 7,000 feet to 14,000 feet, and then back down. Back down was fun.
Yeah.
But the 3.5 hours up was hard.
Yeah, and especially with the altitude.
Oh gosh, yeah. Once you got past 2 miles, I was crawling.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking the time out of your day to talk with me, and be sure to join us next week as we learn more about the teachers around MHS.